Hey, Shalom, like give all honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, Rakah Kodash, double honors to our apostles and elders of great millstone, salutations to you, sincere Akim, pushing his word out across the four corners of the earth. And it's this video I got from the elder brother, Yashawamba, and it's from BBC News. It's what is it like being black in India? And you're going to see throughout this little video that these so-called Africans, and mostly they from the western parts of Africa, which are Israelites, they have that stigma on them living in India. It all goes back to the curses that we was going to suffer throughout this time frame. So right here is from classic.scriptures.lds.org, and this is the Bible dictionary definition of diaspora. Because our people were scattered to the four corners of earth due to the curses that we broke in the ancient world. And it says dispersion. This refers to the scattering of the house of Israel into lands other than Palestine. In many instances, those scattered remain in those lands and did not return. Case point, in this video you're going to see when the guy said that they've been there for like 400 years, you know. It's all part of the curses. The Jews in particular penetrated all the large cities of the Roman Empire and established centers of Judaism with synagogues, although they retained strong ties with Jerusalem, making frequent pilgrimages there at the Feast of Passover, Pentecost, Tabernacles, etc. That's in Acts, the 2nd chapter, 9 through the 11th verse, and John 7:35. In these countries, the Jews often adopted many traits of Greek and Roman culture. And that's where we get the part through the Spirit we bring out about the Israelite foreigners. Do you read about the Gentiles that can receive salvation in the New Testament? Those were Israelites that adopted the Greek and Roman culture of life. It's no different today. Majority of our people adopt the American way. Paul was a Jew of the diaspora, as was also Aquila. All right, this is Isaiah 11, verse 11. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again a second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, and from Egypt, and from Pathros, and from Cush, and from Elam, which is the biblical name for the so-called East Indians. And that's where a lot of people are at today. And you're going to see that through this video. And from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea. He should set up an ensign for the nations and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. See, that's the dispersion or the diaspora, the scattering. And this is Ezekiel 34. Just get to the point. Verse 11, for thus said the Lord power, behold, I, even I, will both search my sheep and seek them out. As a shepherd seeketh out his flock in the day that he is among his sheep that are scattered, so will I seek out my sheep, and will deliver them out of all places where they have been scattered in the cloudy and dark day. And I will bring them out from the people and gather them from the countries, will bring them to their own land and feed them upon the mountains of Israel by the rivers and all the inhabited places of the country. And just proving the point again that due to our curses that we broke, or due to the laws, statutes, and commandments that we broke, and Yahweh Shah set the curses on us that we're going to be scattered across the four corners of the earth, it should make a lot more sense now that you're going to have Israelites, your brothers, coming to this truth. They're going to be looking like the other nations. It's not far-fetched because we see through these little short documentaries that a lot of our people are still in the other parts of these different countries, you know. And those are Israelites. You can tell by their spirit. So I hope this little video be edifying. Like, give all undergo again to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, Rakah Kodash, double honors to our apostles and elders of great millstone. Salutations to you sincere brothers. Shalom.
So one of the stories BBC Pop-Up was asked to do was to tell the story of Africans living in India and some of the tough experiences they have. We thought this would be a really interesting story, and instead of just filming it, we went one better. And the man who suggested it is going to help us to make it.
India is very exciting. Every day I go out, I see something new. There are lots of Africans now in India doing their studies, and they are facing a lot of racism. Recently, there have been a lot of news story about Africans being attacked, molested, beaten up. So when I heard the story, it makes me feel so bad about it.
Hey, how are you doing, guys? How are you, man? How are you, Sidi? What are your experiences with the Indians?
Indians, actually, it's not that much. There's not good chemistry between we the African and Indians. You know, we don't normally associate with Indians. You know, because normally Indians, they don't trust us. Some of them, they don't trust us.
Yeah, so it is very common in India. The Indians think that all the black women, they are prostitutes. When they saw you, they ask for you how much. Like, how much do you want me to stay with him? Just ask this kind of question.
We all have similar experience, you know, as they said, is because the people, you know, the local people towards us. Not all, some are very good, very, 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 very open-minded.
Benjamin, some of the stories your friends told us was quite disturbing, and that largely happens because Indians don't know their own history, that Africans played such a big role in India between 14th and 17th century. Even today, a big African community lives in the state of Gujarat. I think it would be really good for you to come along and meet them. What do you think?
Yes, this will be great.
Okay, let's go and meet them then.
Yeah, let's do it.
So after a long drive through the state of Gujarat, we're about to meet the Sidi community near the town of Sasson.
I'm so excited, you know, I'm really surprised to see some Africans here in India, this part of India really. I really want to meet with them and interact with them more. Hello. Namaste.
Namaste.
How are you?
Fine.
That's great.
Yeah.
400 साल के आसपास हमारा यहाँ इंडिया में हो चुका है, और जो नवाब अफ्रीका से लेके आए थे और हमारे लोग यहीं शिप हो गए, इसके आगे हम अफ्रीका की तरफ हमारे लोग नहीं गए।
I just feel like I'm in Africa. Their setting is so like African setting.
Basically, Aslam is saying if they go beyond the vicinity of the city and village and other parts of India, they are also stopped and frequently asked, are you from West Indies or are you from Africa? Exactly the same kind of questions you face in Delhi.
This kind of thing, how do you solve them? We also face them, but how do you tackle them?
हमको ऐसा बोलते हैं सब लोग कहाँ से आए हो, तो हम लोग बोलते हैं अभी तो हम लोग इंडिया में ही रहते हैं, ठीक है, हमारे पूर्वजों सब 400 साल पहले इधर ही रहते थे, इसलिए हम तो इंडिया के ही हो गए परमानेंट।
Do you ever have the feeling like you want to go back to Africa, to go and settle in Africa, or do you still want to be in India?
अभी तो हमको इधर ही रहने का है ना, इंडिया के है तो।
नहीं, he's saying he's like any Indian. Why would he want to leave his place?
ओबामा जी जो यूएस में फर्स्ट टाइम जो अपसी जो राष्ट्रपति बना, तो जैसे दीव के लोगों ने और यहाँ के ताला तालुका के अपसी लोगों ने अच्छी तरह डांस किया था, क्योंकि फर्स्ट टाइम ये जो अपने सीधी कास्ट के जो एक महासत्ता देश के लिए राष्ट्रपति बना है। हमारा अफ्रीका का जो कल्चर है और कुछ लोगों में दिखता है, जैसे भी आप मानो कि समझो कि अफ्रीकन के कोई अपसी को लेके आए या इंडियन अपसी हो, थोड़ा सा आप ड्रम बजाओगे तो वो भी नाचेगा, ये भी नाचेगा।
When I came, was like I was emotionally charged. I almost wanted to cry when I saw all the black Africans coming out to greet me this afternoon. Coming here today really has changed my perception of India. It has created a bond, it has created a mindset in me now that there are people who are ready to receive Africans whenever they see Africans in India. Seeing this society today has given me hope that in the near future, India will be a less racist society. Because this community is a symbol that Africans are also Indians.